Really, the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Someone's
Inappropriate
listening.
content. Someone listened to the podcast and
And they didn't
No
frankly,
like
way.
what
they
they
didn't like
heard.
it.
They did not like what they heard.
Are there any views on any of them?
They have like, wait, let me look actually.
One of them has 340,
No,
and there's all kinds of comments that
yeah,
say, "Oh,
it
Kristen
blew up.
Egre."
You've already fucked up the podcast.
Oh, it's already going?
You fucking idiot.
Oh, censor that. The editors will get it.
I should have
Yeah, I have to
reminded you
read it, I
guys about the
guess.
rules.
We
We
got a
didn't
team of
intro
editors.
it. We
Strict
didn't start an
rules.
intro.
No
okay.
F words.
Yeah, there's an intro we're supposed to do.
Well, oh,
You little shit.
fuck
What's
you.
your YouTube account, Audrey?
It's the Late Night Ballin podcast. I privated a lot of them because I had a crisis.
Yeah, no, I think they're probably things we should just keep on
Yeah,
private
a
because
lot of
Mhm,
a lot of them had
definitely.
the N word in it.
Definitely.
was it my fault? I don't say the N word. God damn it.
Definitely,
Yeah.
100%
That's what you
them.
like to say.
When have I said the N word, dude?
You said it the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Late night bowling.
Jesus Christ. How did we even get that video?
Dude, I think we started off saying like we support trans rights.
And then
We
it got to
support
that.
Black
trans rights,
rights.
black rights, we don't
We
support
don't
the government.
support the government or the military.
Yeah,
Fuck the
that's it.
feds, bro. 2020 live. Fuck the feds. Eat ass. Kiss dudes. Kiss girls. Kiss everybody, bro.
Kiss your dog. Fuck it.
Kiss your dog. Kiss your dogs. Kiss your
dog.
homies.
Kiss your dogs with a W.
Yeah, exactly. Kiss your
Hey,
DAWGs.
Ryan,
Real.
What?
what's the title stand for?
Can you read the acronym back to me? Because I don't remember what it is.
It's SMHIAKIAA.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to remember that. You gotta like spell it out and send it to me or something. I don't
Alright.
know. But the KIA stands for Killed in Action. I know that. Other than that, I really couldn't tell you. Oh,
We don't have anything to talk about.
come up with something. Let's talk
What
about
have you been thinking about recently?
the end of the world coming soon, December
You
21st.
think so?
The
You think it's gonna be the end?
yeah, September 21st, something else is gonna happen on that date.
September 11th, supposedly something's gonna happen.
You asshole.
Let's pretend it's 2001. So supposedly September 11th, there might be something happening. You didn't hear it from me though.
Thanks for the heads up.
Heads up.
Do you live in China
Hey,
or something?
You got a cousin that works in the Twin Towers, right?
Who,
Yeah,
me?
you might want to tell him not to go to work September 11th. Something might be happening. I'm not at liberty to say what.
Oh yeah, are you involved?
No. Well, there's nothing to be involved with. Nothing's happening.
Also, don't go to any airports or anything
Yeah, try
like that.
and stay away from planes.
Steer clear of
Steer clear of planes,
aviation.
the Twin Towers,
Don't
the
go on a flight to
Pentagon.
Don't go on a flight to Greenland. That's just a bad idea. Dude, apparently after 9/11, dude, a bunch of people got stuck like in like some town in Greenland or some shit.
That
And
sucks.
the town just
How?
couldn't support them because they didn't. Because, dude, what we don't know, like my teacher was telling me about it, like they stopped all flights after it happened for like a month.
Yeah, they cleared the
They
airspace completely.
They didn't know if it was gonna happen again.
Hmm
Some shit. It's just crazy.
And then it did happen again. 9/12. No one talks about that.
Yo, dude, chill. We can't talk about that. Those are
Top
government
secret.
secrets, dude.
Top secret
Don't
9/12.
Ryan, don't spoil it, bro. What the
All right,
heck?
it's coming soon, guys.
It's the DLC. I was up late night
Oh,
thinking about capitalism. What do you think
Capitalism really
about?
happens.
What do you think about more? Um, the capitalism, or like
or what?
basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah, you a
Basketball
big basketball
capitalism.
guy. You think there's ever been a species of alien that came up with like the Spanish language, like
Yeah, human
exactly what we got?
beings.
No, 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 other than human beings, like some
Yeah, they're
aliens.
here. They're on Earth.
Like, oh, the Spaniards.
Mexicans.
Aliens.
What the fuck?
They're illegal too.
That was really clever. That was a funny
They're
edgy
here.
joke, guys. That was a funny edgy joke. Like, there's some joke in like fucking what's that shit called? The Traveler's Guide to the Galaxy. What's that? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Or like, there's this planet and there's a city on it called Paris, and they speak French in it, but it's not. It's just not the Earth, but they just happen to speak French in it. It's also called Paris. Some shit like that.
42.
Remember when that was like the funny, edgy joke to me?
Mm-hmm.
That's some shit Gino used to say. I remember.
42.
Oh, I
What
forgot
does it
about that dude.
mean? It's the answer to everything. So cool. So
I wonder how he's
badass.
doing.
Gino?
Yeah, what are
Yeah.
Gino's doing? Is he going to
Remember
school?
not to say his last name. Audrey, can you send me the acronym so I can come up with what it stands for?
Yeah. This
Gino's
podcast is
still in
dedicated to
high
Gino.
school.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was a freshman when we graduated.
You asshole.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, oh, my goddamn back. I don't know if you heard that.
Oh, my aching fucking back.
Oh, Adrian, my balls.
Adrian, did you step on
Adrian.
my fucking balls? Come on, what's he need money for? Your fucking brother again? You're breaking my balls.
You know how much they hurt after I get home from practice. I'm at the gym. Oh, you bitch.
Think the world's gonna end?
Nah.
Ever?
It's gonna end on the
Ever?
21st.
Yeah, but I don't
Alright,
think
that's what I like to hear.
That's my birthday.
I don't
Is it really?
think it's,
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I don't think it's gonna end on the
No,
21st.
that means I get
feel
power
I
too.
feel like everyone always goes like, "Oh, it's about to end," and then it never fucking does.
Yeah, but
'cause
this time it's all lining up. Everyone's
Yeah,
talking about the 21st.
But this is the thing also though. Like, I feel like there's like we were talking about this before. But like all the time, there's like celestial events that occur, and they're like, "Oh, this is only gonna happen. You know, the next time it's gonna happen is 1200 years." But they happen so often because there's so many different like planet alignments.
But dude,
Like, but dude,
these
it's
planets are
Wait, is that
supposed to
happening
align
on the
in
21st?
on the 21st. Jupiter and a couple other planets are supposed to align near the moon and make the shape of a crucifix.
Dude, damn.
a
Dude, if
crucifix.
I don't get powerful that day, I don't know what I'm
Dude, they're
gonna be
supposed to make
mad.
the shape of a crucifix. There's been a ton of earthquakes in Yellowstone. The
Really?
Israeli space chief came out and said aliens are real, and we've been talking to him.
Yellowstone's gonna
They're
erupt.
a bunch of
It's the most
nuclear
2020 thing
bunkers
ever.
or something. Nuclear facilities got hacked yesterday in the US of A. It's all gonna
Are
come
those
to an
the
end, dude.
Are you
nuclear?
being for real about
21st.
this, by the way?
Yeah. Oh, it's
Why
gonna
is
end.
this not on the news?
Gonna end. Because they don't want you to know the world's gonna end. It's just they don't want you to prepare. There's
I'm not
nothing to
even
prepare
gonna
for
lie,
because
I
the world's gonna
wasn't.
end.
I'm not even. I wouldn't be surprised if it ended on that day.
I don't know. Would I mind?
I thought I did.
I don't know.
Remember when I thought the rapture was gonna occur in April?
Yes.
See, that's what I mean. People believe that shit all the time.
I would. It didn't occur,
Just
but I was convinced it was gonna occur.
yeah, no, I don't like. I'm not calling you dumb or anything, but I'm just saying
No,
that
I
people
am
I
always
am.
think the world's gonna end.
I'm calling you dumb.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, no, I
right,
agree.
right, right. Be real.
100%.
Do you genuinely think the world's gonna end?
No.
Yeah.
But it'd be so cool if it did,
It'd
though.
be, yeah.
It'd be kind of crazy if I was talking about it and then it did end.
Yeah, no. I agree with that, but at the same time, like I feel like in reality, I think it's just like there's just a bunch of shit that's going on, and everyone's had a shitty year, so everyone's making a big deal out of it, you know?
No,
If the
everyone
world
makes a big deal about it, whether or not it's 2020.
if the world does start to end, I want all my friends to call me and say, "Dude, you were right."
I will, dude. Straight up, I'll bite my tongue, just call you and be like, dude, this is fucking crazy, bro. And then that's what will happen. But like,
You see what's going on out there, dude? Those aliens are tearing shit up. I know, I told you. Yeah, wow.
what do you think aliens are
And then the
doing?
world will end. There's a
Bro, what
whole
if they,
theory.
what
Okay,
if the
listen to
aliens are
this.
like, all right, I'll
Here's
listen.
a cool topic. Here's a cool topic. MK Ultra. You know about all that and remote viewing and all that?
That's remote viewing. I know what like MK Ultra was like
MK
studying
Ultra was just the
like
government's whole
psychedelics and
study with
shit.
psychedelics and controlling the mind and all that, but remote viewing was them training people to like see other places with their brains while they're in another place. Remote viewing, you know?
Oh, like it's
Viewing stuff
astral
remotely.
traveling.
Pretty much. It's like you see other stuff, and they had people in. There was one guy they had in a room, and they told him to draw some bridge in some other country on the other side of the world, and he drew it like perfectly. And they were like, "Dude, we're onto something here." And
That's crazy.
they had one dude who they had remote view Mars in the past, and he was talking about like the end of this civilization that was on Mars.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
What did he come up with? Like, what was he saying?
I don't know.
What do you mean remote view?
I didn't. I don't know. Check it out.
It's supposed to be like they're like they get visions out of it.
This
Well,
podcast
then
is a
that's
sampler.
that's
We're just going to
bullshit.
talk about topics roughly, and then people can go check them out if they really care. Remote viewing, check it out.
You can make anyone see anything. Like, I feel
But they weren't
like
they
you know
weren't
how
telling
like
them what to see. They weren't
if
telling them what to see. The guy just said, "Go to this location in this country and draw what you see," and he drew the bridge, and there was a bridge there
yeah, but there's
in
no way
that
to
country.
confirm.
I don't know what to
Did they
tell you.
confirm it?
I don't know. Check
There's
it
no
out. Read
proof.
about it.
But he
It's
had,
a
Can't
but he
sampler.
fucking
had never
prove that
seen it.
Mars had a
It's a
civilization.
sampler. Still does. According to the Israeli space chief, it does, and it's underground, and we have astronauts there.
Okay.
Dude, that would be crazy.
Israel.
Yeah, the Jews. Sorry, Jewish people.
It's happy
Didn't your,
holidays.
didn't your ex-girlfriend make a big deal about that?
Happy holidays. She right. It's happy holidays, though.
Didn't your ex-girlfriend make a big deal about that, Ryan?
What? Oh, Jewish people? Yes.
Did she really?
Yeah, not sure how that really works, because Jews isn't really a...
Is this the one I was friends
I
with?
feel like
Yeah, that's the one.
Jews is only offensive if you go, you Jew or something like that. You
Or
know,
like if you put something in front of it first. Like,
yeah.
this is
I
just for
remember.
context, but Jew versus fucking Jew.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a
that's
little...
what I'm saying. Like if you use it derogatorily, it's like
Yeah.
supposed to be like a swear, like a curse. But then like if you're
I
just like
curse you, Jew motherfucker!
Her and I just spent the entirety of like study hall sophomore year just like talking about politics. But I was an idiot, so I was
Did
just
you feel
just-
enlightened?
No.
were they
No.
fruitful conversations?
Did you learn
You
a
know what,
lot?
Audrey? I remember you. You know what I remember you politically believing in? I'm not gonna
What?
like shit on you for this, but I did remember you were like, why does everyone believe the Brett Kavanaugh lady? I remember that.
How do you
Yeah,
feel
I'm
about
not.
that now? Speak on
Yeah.
it truthfully.
I don't even know what happened with. If I'm being honest, I have never paid attention to politics ever.
If I'm being
So when I
completely
was
honest,
young,
I've
I was
never believed
like,
a rape victim.
Believed in what?
what?
What'd you say?
Chris, that was a little. We'll skip over that, Chris. That was a weird comment.
Oh, okay, Ryan. Okay, Ryan. Yeah.
We'll just not talk about that. I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
What? Ryan's gaslighting me. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him
Chris,
before the
what
war
color is your
ends.
wallpaper?
It's fucking yellow, bro.
No, no.
There's a man in the chimney and his name is Alabastard.
The man in your chimney.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that girl they found in the attic?
No.
Yeah, Anne Frank.
That wasn't even
uh,
funny. Ryan's saying all those shit and he's just not gonna get a job, dude.
What time is it?
Audra's gonna drop this shit.
Dude, it's
You know
been
that?
someone's
it's
gonna.
been 28 minutes. I got 2 bosses left.
You already started, dude? What the
I
fuck?
started a while ago and I
Little
got 2 bosses left.
Jesus. You're a fucking animal.
Oh, I know,
Dude,
I
I
know.
discovered the heart of the mountain.
I discovered the key to the heart. It's not about the end, it's about the journey and the friends you made along the way.
Thank you.
Is that from The Wizard of Oz?
I
The
don't know.
Bible talks about how Judgment Day will happen.
Oh, we learned all about the Bible, Chris.
I forget what it says, but then there's some other part where he says when there's like great, I don't know the quote, but pretty much what's going on in the world now is how he sets it up.
You believe in that, Chris?
You believe in God.
In
If you don't believe the world's
Revelations.
gonna end, if you don't believe the world's gonna end on the 21st, you don't believe in God.
Oh, Chris,
In
did you?
Revelations, you mean? Oh
No, I'm
wait,
not gonna
Audrey,
bring
do you
that up.
remember? Audrey, do you remember?
You're not
Do you
gonna bring
remember
that up. Now you have to bring it up.
No, Chris, go ahead.
Do you remember what Pastor Bud said
Pastor Bud.
about Revelations, about the origins of that
I
book?
don't. I don't remember anything Pastor Bud said ever.
Pastor Bud has
That sounds
cancer. I
bad.
feel
I
really
know.
bad.
That's what I was gonna bring up, but I thought it was too sensitive.
Uh,
Nah, we
I'm
gotta.
Pastor
sad.
Bud.
I love him
I'm gonna
so
write him a
much.
card. Yeah, no, he's a
I'm gonna
really
write. Yeah,
amazing
I
guy.
wanted to give him a
Ryan,
call.
don't make a joke about him because I'll beat the shit out of you for
Yeah,
it.
same.
I don't know who he
Bud is a
was,
great
but
guy. I love him.
I'm so sad for him.
I miss Bud.
But Bud said to us, he was like, yeah, so the Book of Revelations was written by, I forget who it was. I think it was John. He was trapped on an island because they like imprisoned him there, and he was trying to write about the Roman Empire. So he just wrote this crazy
Oh,
shit.
Tom Hanks passed away. Tom Hanks wrote the Book of Revelations in Castaway. And then he buried it, and when people came and found it, it seemed like it was thousands of years old.
Oh, Christ. No, asshole.
He got bored. He was copying down what he knew from the Bible, and then he just threw in, and God killed everybody. He killed all the sinners on earth. Everyone said,
That's awesome.
God. Oh my God, this is crazy.
Chris, you were very inquisitive in that class. Very inquisitive.
Yeah, dude, I don't give a fuck. I'll ask Pastor Bud anything.
Anything?
All I remember is Gianna
Gianna.
having eargasms.
Yo, I remember that. She was
What is
crazy,
an
dude.
orgasm?
I wonder if
She
she's
was
still
so
crazy.
bizarre. Yeah, no, I'm assuming she is. She was a little wacky. She was like popular in the town over.
She was
a
like that.
popular
She
girl.
was like the popular crazy.
Gianna who?
Gianna,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
saying
not
her
gonna
name.
say.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
She doesn't go here though. She's from another
Well,
town.
shit.
I remember having to like memorize those. Oh my god, I remember being so nervous for what's it called when we like put on the robes and like do the service, Chris?
Oh, oh, dude, I don't even remember. I did that shit so often.
I remember some
Did you
girl
sing?
puked while I was on service or whatever.
Wow. Ew.
And like she was like right next to me too. It was so gross. It was all over the carpet and people were just trying to pretend it didn't happen.
I remember for what's the one you do when you're little?
First communion.
Yeah, my first communion, they had us like sing a song. And me and Luke had this plan where one song, you say like, Jesus, you are bread for us. But you put your arms, like you cross your arms and you put them on your shoulders or something. And like that was the dance move we were supposed to do. Me and Peter had this plan that one time when we said it, we would do it and then make it look like we were like ripping our shoulders off. We would like gouge our shoulders out. And I remember
Uh,
during the whole song, I was looking at him, waiting for him to look at me and like shake his head yes. And it finally happened, and it was badass.
Wow.
And then I got my confirmation or communion. Sorry.
I used to shit my pants whenever I had to do services and stuff. I hated it.
I used to pee in the communions.
What?
The little chips, the little crackers. He'd never noticed.
It's disappointing that I think you're like being for real every time, right?
One day people are gonna realize I was being for real about everything I said ever.
ever. But yeah, I don't know. Book of Revelations was written by a guy who was trying to write it all crazy so people wouldn't edit it.
Yeah, you did a
Like
good
it
job.
was supposed to be a metaphor. That shit is wild.
Dude,
Metaphor
I would
for
pay
the
money
end of the
to
world.
The
go
collapse of the Roman Empire.
to go to class again.
What?
You would pay money
I'd
to
pay
go to
money.
class again?
Yeah, to just have one session with Bud and everyone else. That was
Oh, I thought you were
awesome.
talking about college.
Oh, hell no. I hated college.
I
Aren't
I
you
can't
you
believe I
hated
have
it?
to do it again. No, I'm talking about like first semester. I
Uh,
hated it so much.
I thought, dude, I asked you yesterday. You said it was fine.
I know, but I lied to you.
And then
I,
I
li- I
talked to her
lied to
about it,
everyone.
and she said it sucks so
Oh yeah,
bad.
I told Ryan all about how it sucks, but I said it's good. I used to say it's good to everyone. I said it was good to Ryan, but then I was like, oh, it sucks.
Yeah. No, it's because it's easier to say that than to actually tell people how you feel.
Like no one wants to go to college. Like what? Like why would you ever want to go to college?
I wanted to. I'm a nerd, that's why.
Okay, well that's
I'm
yeah,
a dork. I'm a nerd. Lol.
you're an F word. Lol.
Um,
Oh, you little bastard.
um, what was I thinking of? But yeah, I don't think the world's gonna end on the 21st.
How are we back to this?
It all comes back. It all comes back because it's true.
I don't know. I feel like, dude, this has been a shitty year, but there have been shittier years before. So,
Would you be ready?
Yellowstone is gonna erupt.
would I be ready? No, I'd probably die like most of the other people.
Yeah, but if it started happening, would you
I'm
be
just
like,
built
all right,
different.
this is it, this is the end, or would you freak out?
I'd probably just freak out and like kill myself, frankly.
Nah.
I'd
Dude, if aliens come to destroy the
yeah, I'd
world,
rather kill myself.
I'm getting killed by aliens.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
True, it would be nice to just shoot a bunch of fucking aliens and then die if they're invading.
You know how many
Rhino?
people in heaven or hell can say, yeah, I got killed by aliens? Probably not a lot.
From
Well,
probably like
7
4 or
billion
5.
after that.
Yeah, what is it, 7.8 billion?
Yeah, but
After
you know
that,
how many,
everyone's
how
gonna
many
be
people
saying it.
have existed, dude? So many. There's been hundreds of billions of people.
Yeah,
So
and we're the
7
ones that
billion.
got killed by aliens.
Do you think
Yeah, so
Neanderthals are in heaven?
I don't know.
depends on what you believe.
Good
I don't
question.
even know if I believe in it, dude.
I don't believe in heaven. I think that when you die, it's just black and then you have no concept of time, so nothing even matters.
That scares me, but then when I think about it, if I have no concept of time, it's really not that bad. If it's just
Depends
like,
on,
think about
Yeah,
like
no.
going to sleep and you don't have
I've
dreams, it's just
analyzed
like
death
that.
so much. It's literally you go to sleep, because when you're
Yeah,
asleep,
pretty much.
if you don't dream or you go under anesthesia, like nothing even matters, because you're not awake to have like a concept of time anyways. The only thing
yeah,
that's
that makes me
important is
freak the
whether or not
fuck
your
out.
death is like painful or not,
I
or if
like
That
you're
thinking
ready
about
freaks
to
that, but
die or
then
not.
it spooks me, and then I'll say, whatever, and I'll keep thinking
that
about it.
freaks me the fuck out.
Some guy in my English class, we were supposed to write argumentative papers, and he wrote his about how all religions were made by people who took psychedelics and just like wrote
Yeah,
down what
dude,
was
that's
going on. And I
that's
was
what the
thinking about it, and
fucking
I was like, dude, wow.
All
dude. That's what
Kind of.
religions
the
were made by
the
people
the
who
guy,
can't cope with death.
Oh, I was doing so good.
dude, the guy who the president of religion at Harvard said that
Yeah.
they're all started by people that had mushrooms.
That's crazy. Do you see that big wall of cave paintings they found in South America?
Nah,
They
what
found
they
eight
got?
miles. They were digging something up. I forget what for, but they found 8 miles of cave paintings that were like perfectly preserved by the dirt.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's like people walking around with giant animals. It's ridiculous.
That's awesome. Nah, I don't think death is just sleeping. I don't know. I think it's
Probably
like
eternal pain. It's probably eternal pain.
I
If
think
you
it's like
believe in like the
ascending
soul,
in consciousness. I think it's ascending consciousness.
You think ghosts are real?
we talked about
Um,
this on an earlier podcast.
Yeah, but
I don't
now
know.
this is like revisited. We're adults now. We're in college. Let's revisit this. You believe in ghosts?
I don't
Uh,
know, dude.
last time I made the argument that I didn't. I
Now what's
do.
the
I
argument?
think I.
Ooh, it's a
Hmm.
twist. See, I told you we had to revisit the topic. People change.
I remember in like third grade, um, my dad let me be unleashed. So like
What?
I'd be like okay, so I'd watch Channel 42, which was Animal Planet, like while I played
Nice.
games, and I stayed up till like
Nice.
4 or 5 in the morning. When it hit 4, it started turning to like the possession diaries and like the paranormal
Yeah,
activity
I used to
diaries.
watch that with my sister. It's the best.
So I was sitting there at 5 in the morning watching these scary stories, and ever since then I've been like mildly afraid of the dark. Well, I was deathly afraid back then, but I'm still mildly afraid.
Wow.
So I
So
guess
you were a
I'd have
pussy?
to
That's what you're
say,
saying?
fuck you.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
Chris, you're afraid of homosexuals, so
Yeah,
It's not true.
it is true, and it's embarrassing, and it's hurtful in this day and age.
I'm afraid of dying. That's what I'm afraid of.
there's no scientific proof that you'll die yet.
There's no scientific proof that you'll die.
You might just be built different.
Exactly.
I just haven't discovered it yet.
Hmm. I guess so.
Oh,
But
not a good run, dude.
I feel like death is inescapable, man.
Only in our realm.
See,
I've been thinking it's weird about how like Earth is only one realm, and there's just like a whole other set of possibilities elsewhere.
that's so. Don't you think death could be moving to a different existence?
Could be.
Possibly, if you believe in like the
Dude,
soul.
death is
Yeah.
literally like a DMT cannon. That's what it is. DMT is like the same shit that happens in your brain when you die.
Damn.
Hmm.
So when you take DMT, it's the same chemical reaction in your brain when you fucking die. So that's why I think, dude, if you're dying, you're probably going somewhere.
Only way to find out is to die.
Hey, let's do it. Podcast for
Suicide
suicide.
pact. Podcast suicide pact.
Nah, I'd rather live out my life and get what I can out of here while I can.
I'd rather
Because you do.
exploit everyone I meet and get everything I can out of them.
Ryan, you're like the fucking chaotic evil in this podcast.
He's like the sociopath. That's what he is, dude.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. I'd rather exploit everybody.
No, what I was thinking was like, have you ever heard of The Egg by Andy
Yes, you read
Weir?
me that. You read me that little poem.
It's not a poem, but okay.
It's a little story. Sorry. Oh, it's not a poem. Did you meet my cousin? His middle name is Magnus.
Okay, Marcino. Marcino.
No, it's
When I hear
Marcino.
Marcino, I just think of a fat Italian dude.
Anyway, I was gonna say, Audrey, have you ever heard of The Egg by Andy
No.
Weir? It's the idea that like everyone is kind of part of like the same consciousness. It's just like when you die, you're reincarnated into a new being, but you're all kind of like the same person. You just live out every single human life, and then once you've lived out every single human life that ever exists, you ascend and become something
Holy
greater that
shit.
we can't comprehend. Like once
That's
you die, you
awesome.
just go to someone else. So it's like about this guy who gets hit by a car or something, and he wakes up, and it's kind of like God, sort of. is talking to him. He's like, yeah, the last time we had this conversation, you were like a Chinese girl in like the 1800s, or not the 1800s, like the 800s, like medieval China. And so it's like you just jump around body to body, but you're all part of the same soul,
You know what? This is why
collective being.
philosophy is awesome.
That's why I don't really
Love
believe
that
in the
shit.
whole like eternal darkness thing, because it's like,
Well, I
I
mean,
don't know,
it's the scientifically sound explanation, but we
yeah, but
honestly
science is
don't
always like
know.
changing, bro. You know,
There's
science
so
is
much,
always
there's
changing.
so many things we
And
don't
science, like,
know.
bro, science, like, people in science don't fucking understand the brain. So, like, how do they know what comes after life? Like, you know, I don't know.
I don't know, it only makes sense to me because, like, I don't know, you just, because of the whole concept of time thing, or what's that shit. Because if you don't
Not
have a
to
concept of
interrupt.
time,
No, keep going,
then
actually.
then things don't mean anything.
Yeah,
Time is
but
the holder of meaning.
I feel like the thing is that humans, when we lock ourselves to merely being, you know, flesh cages and not like something
Flesh
greater.
Flesh
cage.
No,
cage.
seriously. Yeah, if you view a human as just a piece of meat and not as something greater than that, then you can only view things temporally, you know, through the gaze of time. But, you know, the universe, for example, isn't human. It doesn't have a start and an end date. It merely exists. It doesn't have a clock. It doesn't have the concept of seconds and minutes. We just came up with that shit. We came up with the ideas of beginnings and endings because we have a beginning and an ending. We call them life and death. But I don't really think they exist because time itself doesn't really exist. It's kind of just like the movement of existence and, you know, the movement of things. You know, the universe in existence doesn't begin or end, it just is, you know, it's
Yeah, that
being.
makes sense.
So like I feel like we don't really die in a sense, like it's just something beyond our understanding because it's something that is atemporal and we, you know, I don't know if time is the folder of meaning whereas time is the folder of understanding. We can only understand things through time. You know, you think about a piece of music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only hear each individual note, right?
Yeah.
But at any second you're only hearing one note, but it becomes a piece of music when you hear each note and you remember the note that comes before and you interpret what's going to come next. You know, we only understand it as a whole. You know, the first note that's played, and then as the notes appear, you know, you're interpreting them like, oh, so this note sounds good because of the note that came before it, and I'm interpreting what the next note will be. You know, it's all remembering and predicting. That's
That's
all
facts.
related to time. So I don't know. I think we kind of view things as beginnings and endings, and really there
I
isn't.
think we just created time to understand why things move like forwards constantly.
Yeah, and
'Cause in the
it's really
universe
just
that
a
doesn't
tool.
happen. Like there's no reason why things move forward.
Yeah, it's just kind of like entropy, right?
Things just
So
happen.
like, yeah, it's also like you think about it, like in a way, like the universe is almost like our playground, like the way we
Honestly,
understand it,
I think we
right?
could be
Think
a
about
lot
it,
more
like,
advanced by now.
well, like think about it, like the universe, right? We got like the Big Bang, that's like the quote unquote start,
Mhm.
right? Doing air quotes right now. And then, you know, when all the energy runs out, that's, and you know, from entropy and shit, and that's the quote unquote, doing air quotes again, end. But like, is it really a start or an end, or will everything just freeze? And that's like humanity's time, you know, our
Speaking of
time too.
time,
So
dude, I beat Bloodborne 39 minutes.
I was waiting for that. You gonna do it again?
Maybe. I'm trying to install Red Dead.
I'm trying to install Skyrim.
Trying to install my fucking nuts.
But yeah, I don't know. I think also like understanding death in like a scientific lens seems kind of flawed to me. And then and this isn't like a critique of you, Audrey, but more like
Yeah, I know.
science is really like
Science
um,
is just understanding what we know,
yeah,
like
exactly.
finding
But
things
I feel
out.
like there's infinite things that we do not
Yeah,
know.
there we don't know anything. Like we don't know so many things.
Exactly, and that's why I feel like there's a difference between like science can bring you facts that are really useful, right? you know what temperature water boils at, or you know how to make medicine that heals people, or you know how to make a bomb,
Yeah,
and
what
plenty
I'm
of
what
like
I was getting
super.
at was that we have like neurons that and synapses in our brain, and that's why we function the way we do and have a conscience. I think. I don't think we know what our conscience comes from though. Uh,
Yeah,
but like when we die, that all stops. So that supports the idea that it's all black.
but does it stop?
Yeah,
Because like,
because our
is
brain
it
is a piece of
well,
meat.
well, well, what's going through the meat?
That's
Like,
facts. That's why I said we don't
no, no,
know what
no.
our consciousness is.
But it is something. It's electricity, right? It's energy.
Yeah,
But energy isn't like created or destroyed. It changes forms.
that's true. Our brains
Yeah.
use renewable energy.
My
I
brain's
mean, in a
solar
way,
power.
Solar
it
power brain.
is. It actually is.
Hydropower brain.
But think about it. Like our brains use energy. The energy doesn't just disappear. You know, it's not just gone. It
Yeah.
goes somewhere. So it probably goes, goes into the rest of the universe. And I'm assuming the
But
afterlife.
in what form?
I don't know. Probably just goes somewhere else. Maybe a new body.
What happens if the Earth ends though? If the Earth blows up,
I
then
don't
Game
know.
what?
over.
I'm
Game
not
over.
saying I know. I'm just saying this is how I interpret all this shit.
Do you think we live in a simulation, Chris?
Dude, I feel like
I
if we
like
lived
that
in a
theory.
simulation, they would try and not make it so
I feel
obvious.
like we definitely do.
But
I feel like we
but
do.
the fact that like the universe is the way it is and is like essentially almost has like a timer on it because like it can run out, right? Like no more energy, kind of makes it feel like simulation vibes. But I don't know.
I'm getting big simulation vibes because I don't know. We haven't. I don't know. It's so easy to create that shit on a computer these days, but if
Mm-hmm.
we become even more technologically advanced, there's not even gonna be a way to tell if it's
Distinct,
real
yeah.
or not.
That's just freaky. But that also makes me wonder, are we conscious beings inside of a simulation, or are we merely computer generated things? Like, are we people
Like
I
clocking
feel
into
uploaded.
the
like you could
simulation?
compute consciousness.
I'd be
Yeah,
surprised if
I
we
don't know.
don't at some point.
You and me,
Yeah,
Chris,
no.
have both experienced, you know,
Huh?
or I mean, I guess, I don't know. Never mind.
Now, I wonder if we're
Ooh,
like users ourselves, like in the simulation, or if we are just characters in it.
just made up.
Yeah. But
I
I don't know.
couldn't tell you.
It's
Elon
weird
Musk is a
thinking
big
that.
fan of the simulation.
I hate Elon Musk.
Why
Yeah,
do you hate? I love Elon Musk.
the
That dude's
loser.
awesome.
Hate him.
Nah, I feel like
Annoying.
he's like he tries to act all like memey and
He's
shit.
hip, dude. He's hip. He loves
He's hit.
But he's like
Okay, you
memes,
know
40. He's
what
like
teas.
did make me lose
45.
my respect for him was whatever he named his fucking kid.
That was so dumb. And in some interview, his being interviewed about the kid, and he says, "How's XA? Whatever the fuck?" And he goes, "What? Who? Oh, my son." It's like, dude,
He
are you
definitely,
kidding me?
it
You
was
named your
definitely
son
like
that.
a publicity stunt or something. He didn't name his kid that.
Imagine naming your child something for a publicity stunt. Like that's fucked up, bro.
That's awesome. What a Chad
He's
move.
stupid. He's stupid. I hate him. Oh, but he's so cool. He did
He's
meme.
smart. He's smart. Gotta give him credit
Oh
for that.
yeah. I mean kind of. I don't know. He didn't complete his masters, right? He failed out of school.
Mhm.
Not that that's a measure of intelligence, but like,
I'm talking scientifically smart.
yeah, I don't know. Cause like I don't know,
Used
something
to
like
be
Tesla,
bald.
like he didn't
Now
invite
he's not.
Yes, he did used to be bald.
He's not
he didn't
bald anymore.
He's
invent Tesla. He didn't invent Tesla. He bought into it, which is interesting. Like he bought
I don't
Tesla.
know.
He
I
didn't
feel like he
invent it.
does a lot of publicity.
yeah.
Without a doubt, dude, selling flamethrowers, saying he's gonna make underground tunnels,
He
and then the
knows how to
whole
get out there. Yeah, that's how
dude,
he's so big.
Tesla
He
is
knows
like
how to hustle.
Tesla and like all the shit he does is
SpaceX does
always
the
on
whole
the
thing.
news. He always does crazy
Yeah,
Mhm.
shit. So I guess maybe he's not so
I
much
think
of a he's a mastermind in like attention and money making, I guess.
SpaceX also, that shit was never for going to Mars, dude. That shit was all about the military. And the reason I say that is because, I saw this tweet and it was like SpaceX will soon or will now be able to deliver any weapon to the US military across the
Wow.
globe in 1 hour. So that makes me think that they didn't do the shit for Mars in the first place. They
Mm-hmm.
did it and use Mars as a
Said, look,
front.
guys, we did it. We can finally
Really,
deliver weapons in an hour.
really, it's just a military operation.
Going back to simulation,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I was derealized for 3 months, and that shit changes your stance on that, whatever. That
true,
shit is drastic. If you
true.
experience that, you know what it feels. It's literally like feeling like you're in a simulation.
It's
That shit's
did you ever
drastic.
like for me it was like I'd look at like surfaces and just be like that looks weird. Like you ever
For
just look
me,
at shit and yeah, for
yeah.
me yeah,
No, like that's one of the things with that's like one of the only things that I didn't experience. I just felt like everything wasn't real and that all the people around me were robots.
really.
Yeah.
For
So
me it's
like,
like people are like what feel real, but like objects feel weird. Like looking at walls, they're so still. They don't move, they're just stagnant. But then like looking at people is like refreshing because they're like moving and they're like breathing and they're organic. I don't know. It's weird.
when I was derealized, I could be in my house and like it was like my consciousness was believe wait no not my consciousness, it was like my brain was like feeling like it was the first time I'd ever been in that house, but like the consciousness like knew that that was my house and I'd been in it for forever.
Yeah. It's super different for everybody.
Yeah, a lot of people just see like warped surfaces and stuff, like you said.
No, mine isn't warped, it's just shit looks different. Some people get tunnel vision. Like their peripheral vision gets worse.
I didn't have
And that's like
anything
a
that.
yeah, it's like a neurological thing. I didn't either. For me it was just like you ever like look at an object for a really long time and it just looks almost different, but it looks exactly like it always has.
Oh, it's kind of like when you like look at a word and it feels weird, like that
Yeah, yeah. And
yeah,
it's
it
just like
sounds weird.
bizarre. It's bizarre. That's what it is. Because what I think it is you're like overthinking it. So for me, like
Yeah.
mine is like feeling like I'm unreal and also like overthinking everything and thinking about things super abstractly in a way that just gives me like not panic attacks, but like panic anxiety in a way. You know?
It's so weird that it's so different for everyone.
Yeah, no, I knew a girl. She was raped, I'm pretty sure, or she was
Holy
like
shit.
sexually assaulted, and she had her disassociation, depersonalization, that shit. She was like paralyzed in a way, like she
Oh
couldn't
my
move
god.
sometimes. She'd just be stuck, like because she was so traumatized because of what
Jesus.
happened to her. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's like it's also a thing that happens short term for some people with anxiety, and then it's some people it's a long term thing, and like yeah,
Mine
it's
just
fucked up.
wore off. Mine was just
Mine goes
like I had to like I had to either like do something that I'd forget about it or like talk to people or like play games and I'd forget about it and then I'd feel fine. Or like
yeah.
sleeping, and then I'd like the first thing that happened to me when I woke up was like, oh fuck, I'm still here. Like it's not like suicidal, but
Oh
like
my God,
it's like, oh my
yeah.
god, I'm still experiencing this.
No, it's so true. Like you wake up. I remember telling my therapist I looked forward to a day when I didn't wake up, and the first thing I thought about was how anxious I was or how disassociated I felt.
Jeez.
Because sometimes like you just wake up and you don't think about it for 4 hours, and then you're like
Yeah.
awesome, and then you think about it and it's just like a weight just appears on you, and you're like, oh,
And the scariest part was that I didn't even know if it was gonna go away. I thought that was
mm,
gonna be my life forever. I was like, holy fuck.
yeah, it's weird.
Dude, Ryan doesn't even know what's going on right now.
Dude, it's just getting
Unless
wacky.
unless you I don't know.
No, I've
It's
ta
shit's
I've
getting
talked to
weird.
Ryan about this for like every day for the past 9 fucking months.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit
Ryan's
weird.
Ryan's been hearing about it. For me, it was because uh-oh, big podcast moment. It's because I ate an edible. I think it kind of no, no,
Dude,
seriously,
I
I think it kind of
announced I was
traumatized me.
drinking you. So we're good.
Yeah, no, I think it kind of traumatized me in a way. And like I think I'm super sensitive in general, and then super sensitive to like weed too. I don't even smoke anymore, so
I
but
yeah, I heard that like a lot of that shit starts because of smoking.
yeah, it's called CIDD, cannabis-induced depersonalization and
Oh, it has a name?
derealization, I think. Yeah, it's a medical thing. Like it's yeah. I wasn't diagnosed with it like from a psychiatrist, but like I don't know. I think that's what happened to me. I'm not like definitively saying, but like it makes sense because I feel like I was having symptoms of it, and then like after I took the edible, and then once quarantine started, it was just really bad, and it was just like crushing anxiety for like 2 or 3 months. But then like come June, I was really happy and chill,
That like
just
I've
because
never
I was
had
like,
a bad experience with smoking. I go
yeah.
crazy when I smoke though. I literally go nuts. Have either of you witnessed that?
I don't know.
I think
I
it's
don't
just
think so.
been like everyone but you guys has witnessed. I go crazy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I lose my mind.
Yeah.
No one fucking watches our podcasts.
Hmm.
Yeah, no,
This
no.
is like basically solely for memory's sake.
Exactly. Going back, listening.
Amen.
A fucking man, dude.
A
You know, it's
woman.
funny, because I bet in like 10 years when we look back on this shit, if the world doesn't end on December 21st,
Uh-oh.
we're all gonna be like, Jesus Christ, did I really think that way, or speak that way, or talk that way? You know?
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
We're gonna be
You
so
guys are gonna
cringe.
thank me.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was watching the podcast over like a couple days ago, and one of the beginning of one is just Orion going on about the Black Panther and Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferrell hung himself in a shack or something,
Oh my God.
What?
and they had to cancel Black Panther. It
Oh
was
my
so
God.
funny. It
Will
was so
Ferrell?
funny.
What in the world was I talking about?
It was so
That's not
funny.
even real. That's like beyond reality. That's
I
not even
know,
something
that's
that
why
can
it
happen.
was awesome.
They say, how, Will Ferrell was not involved with Black
He
Panther.
wasn't even in it. Yeah.
You're like Will Ferrell hung himself in a shack and Chadwick Boseman. No, it's something about recasting Chadwick Boseman with Will Ferrell and then he hung himself in a shack.
Wow.
R.I.P. that guy. I didn't even know he had cancer. That was really
Oh my
sad.
I know.
god.
That
Yeah, that
was
was
sad.
sad. It's sad that he hit it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was
Yeah.
like doing the movies and everything at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I also don't blame him. He didn't want people to think like, oh, he couldn't do that shit because he was,
Mm-hmm.
he was really about it.
Yeah. The last thing I'd want is like, I don't know, sympathy. That's just personally though. Like,
Yeah,
I
no, I
don't
don't
know.
blame you.
Or like people just like treating me different because I have it. Like, that sucks.
Yeah, I'd only want that if
Like
I
I
needed to
don't
be
have
treated
cancer, but
different.
like damn.
You know? Yeah. Like I'd only want people to treat me different if like I needed help or something. But
Yeah,
like if it was just like,
exactly.
if it was just everyday shit, like cooking myself an egg in the morning, like fuck off. You know?
Cancer is really fucking unfortunate.
Yeah, that shit runs in my family.
Oh really? Damn.
My family's really lucky in the sense that like we don't have problems with like mental health other than like depression. Like we don't have bipolar disorder or schizophrenia and shit, but we have cancer. That's like the thing.
Oh dude, I don't even know what's going on in my family.
Yeah, but there's some diseases that you can get just 'cause like your genetics are like that, you know.
And my dad has like thyroid problems and psoriasis, but I've been good, so I don't know.
Where does he have the psoriasis? Like on his skin or scalp?
Like skin, like that's what his whole business is based off of. Is just psoriasis shit.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't think my dad was like, I don't know. I was talking to him the other day about something having to do with skin, and he was like, wouldn't want to activate your psoriasis, and I was like, what?
Wow.
Like that shit can be apparently activated if you irritate your skin, and it's in your genetics, that shit can be activated.
That
Wow.
You can
sucks.
just get it.
That's crazy.
Shit's nuts. Podcast has been going on for like 50 minutes.
Has it
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm starting a new Skyrim game, dude.
Nice.
It's like my 5th time doing this shit. I've never beaten it though, so maybe I'll beat it. Ryan, do you feel any motivation to do the Minecraft world?
I don't when I don't do it, but then I get on and it's fun.
Yeah, it's weird. Like
Yeah, that's why I have
sometimes
to
I
do
like it, and
creative.
sometimes I don't. I feel like creative's fun, but survival's more rewarding in a way.
It's
Yeah, I
fun once I
guess.
get into it, or like if I have something going on, like if you're working on something.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
a big creative fan.
I don't know if I've ever really like played creative.
Yeah, me neither. I think I used to just blow shit
Ryan,
up with TNT.
We had the creative world,
yeah,
but we didn't play that for that long. I
we
built
built
that house
amazing
and then we all
stuff though.
moved.
I think it means like seriously, like
Yeah,
building like
Uh,
a cool
like
world
I've
and
never
shit.
went and built some cool shit.
Ben and I used to play Minecraft Pocket Edition all the time in creative
Nice.
mode.
Do you miss school? Like high
Like high
school,
school.
middle
Oh,
school
I'd
and
kill
shit?
to go back to high school.
I think
I'd
I'd kill to
kill.
go back to middle school.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
I'd kill to go anywhere other than college. I
Dude,
literally,
I'd kill to go back to like elementary school when I
Yo,
didn't give a shit
facts.
about what was going on.
oh my god, I miss high school so much.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like we also like didn't like any of the schools we were in while we were there, but we like remember the good shit, not like how
Hmm.
boring it was.
I didn't do schoolwork ever. So I mean, I'm not complaining. I literally didn't do shit.
Yeah.
We got all that shit out, and the podcast is at like 52 minutes. So I'm gonna end. Yeah, I'm gonna end it. We could do another